Hey guys, this is Tiger with Nacho's Pop Shop. I buy, grade, trade, sell Pokemon cards and Dragon Ball Z cards. Lately, well, I've been grading Pokemon cards for the last 3 years. That's how I'm growing my collection. This year, it's been pretty good with grading. I graded a few things. I've been doing a lot of Dragon Ball too as well. But right now, we're going to talk about one card that I think you should be grading, or you should be actually getting. That point I'm still thinking about, I'm debating, but there is one card from a new set, Ascended Heroes, that is not getting maybe the spotlight that the big cards are getting, but it's also one that I think will probably do good in the long run, just because I'm trying to think of other situations of similar cards of Pokemon that are loved by the community, but not like necessarily main chases, but they're still really good Pokemon that we all love. And this is the one that we'll be talking about, the Psyduck from Illustration Rare from Ascended Heroes. I actually did grab 4 copies this weekend. I went to a card show. This card is beautiful. Let me show you guys here. Actually, that's not the screen. I need to update that. But anyways, here's basically the cards. I mean, you can probably see them well here. So this Psyduck is just like, it's just a beautiful card. It's an illustration rare. It's really hard to grade, or actually it's not really hard to grade. It's just really hard to find copies to grade right now, because obviously there's not a lot of product from Ascended Heroes out there just for you to grab. So I did pick up 4 really good clean copies of it. So I'm hoping to get at least 110, because let me share my screen with you guys. This actually is the price that the PSA 10, or if you want to do like, for example, a tag 10, I'm pretty sure it's going to be around the same price. Beckett maybe a little bit more, around the same price, but I'm just using PSA 10s as a reference. So the PSA 10s are around this price, and the card, I mean, it is a beautiful card, but that goes beyond the point. It's Psyduck. We all love Psyduck, and I know there's a few Psyduck cards too for sure that people recognize and love. But this one is from a set that basically is really expensive, really hard to get. And these ones, let me see another price insights. I'm trying to see the population of these ones, because basically what I am comparing it to. So here it is. There's been 1,344 cents and 879 in a PSA 10. So it's a little bit over 50%, probably 60%. I don't know, somewhere around there, but it is not that hard to grade. You really think about it, because if it was like, I don't know, 20%, then that'll mean like for every 10 cards that you send, you get 2 in a PSA 10. So this one's not bad odds, and the card is, I mean, it's actually selling at that price. So if you go and look at the listings, there's obviously listings, but also, let's see, this last sale was on May 18, $700, $724, and the raw card is only $95. And there is actually a lot of copies in TCG. I mean, I guess you can have to define like what is a lot of copies or what's like not a ton of copies for Pokemon, because if you look at it, there's 40 listings. I'm pretty sure there's more than 40 people that want this card, but maybe not everybody wants to pay that $100 here. This is kind of like the price I got mine at. I got a few at 90 and one at 95. So this one's, I mean, if you really think about it, once a few more of them sell, you're already at 115, because there's a couple pages of this. So I think this one can definitely be $150 card, even if you want to just buy a raw and sit on it for a little bit. And it all depends on obviously how many reprints of Ascended Heroes we get for this year and next year. But this card, if you really think about it too, when it came out, it was in the 70s, and when 80, it went to the 60s, see, low 70s, and now it's been like here in the 80s. And I remember around here, I was like thinking, oh, maybe I should pick up some few copies, and I waited, and it was just creeping up here in the 70s and 80s. And I was still thinking here, I should probably grab a copy, but I didn't. And then look at it now, it's like solid $90 per copy, and I don't think it's gonna necessarily go down as bad as 260 anymore. For some reason, I just don't think like that's possible. I think 41 listings only here. In eBay, I haven't really checked, so we can check. And this is basically what I do with some of the cards too. I'll just look to see what's available on eBay, which is what I do mostly for Dragon Ball cards, because there's not that many, so it's pretty quick to spot how many there are available in the market. So I will look at TCG and eBay. So right now, let's see, I'll do the price lowest to highest just to see what's like the lowest available there, and I usually do buy now. So like 87, then after 87 you're already getting at 100. Let's see, and there's more like 110. There's a couple copies there. 120 and an 8. See here you're already getting in the 120s, 140s, even 150. So there's not a ton. Even like, what is this? It looks, these are PSA 9s, which is, this is one thing that I just started noticing too, that is a little bit crazy. Like PSA 9s are actually going up again, and I'm pretty sure I talked about that recently with people, and maybe on one of the latest videos, that because of PSA turnaround times, we're going to start seeing like PSA 9 cards go up a little bit more than just raw copy prices. This too for 200, when you can basically get a raw copy for 95 right now. It makes sense, even if you want to pay more for like getting it back faster. If you get a 9, you might still be okay with breaking even there. But if you get a 10, you're up like $600 on that card. See, 750. And then here you just see all these other listings. See, even a 9.5 Beckett, someone has a listed for 600, which, I mean, if you know Beckett's harder to grade than any other company, in my opinion so far, and experience even the PSA 9 to 20. So this just makes sense. And I mean, if you look at the card's beautiful. And then if you go back and let's say you look at Psyduck cards, let's see, price high to low. There's a few promos. These promos, I do like the promos, but I don't like these prices for these promos. There is definitely like cards that are expensive here, but these are older arts. You think about it, I mean, these are older arts, and I know there's probably a few here that are not here, like the Japanese Scream Psyduck. That one goes for a lot of money and it's not here, so some of those are not here showing. But if you look at all the English copies, this card is already probably one of the best. I mean, this one, I remember I created one of these when I was opening 151. I did get this card and I graded this one in a 10, and this one's also really hard to grade in a 10. And I believe the price for this one has gone up a lot too. And this art, let's see, 120 something. This one has to be Japanese, but yeah, it looks like it's really that expensive. Looks like it's over $400 for this one. Yeah, well, 344 the last one, so it's 344. I'm trying to see how many PSA 10s are on this one, so we're gonna call it 344, which is the lowest. 390, but there's a couple that are close to the 400. So 344 PSA 10 of that copy of the Psyduck. If you look, there's been sent 16,000 and only 5,000 have been a 10. So that's why the price is up like that much. But if you look at this Psyduck too, there's obviously been cards that have been submitted, but let's see, there's only been 1,000 so far. And I'm trying to remember when Ascended Heroes came out. Let's see, maybe I can find that in TCG. Ascended Heroes. When did Ascended Heroes come out? So January 23. So it's been what, at least 5 months of Ascended Heroes, and we still have this little cards sent to PSA. And I think one of the things is because obviously Ascended Heroes is really expensive to open unless you buy it at retail. You score when there's a drop, it's hard to open it at retail price, or if you even get a retail price, you're already up a lot of money. Sometimes you want to just trade. So let's say they do 5,000 more of these submissions. I mean, if they get the same numbers, still, I don't think still enough to do even more than this other Psyduck. And this Psyduck art, I really am like, I sold it because I didn't like it also as much. So those is like, if the other Psyduck from 151 can do 350 for a PSA 10, and this one is already doing 700, and it looks like it won't have the same amount of created copies. I mean, maybe I'm wrong and they're printing a ton of Ascended Heroes and we have plenty of copies, which also will be great. This will be good, but I think if you get a chance to find some clean copies of the Psyduck, you should just buy one of these at least, or two, even if you don't grade them, because it looks like they'll most likely go up. Because I know if I had a chance to buy these at 60 or 70, I'll probably scoop a lot of them just to grade them, and because I think they'll go up. I mean, this is probably one of the best Psyduck arts, it looks like, from all the cards. If you look at the other ones, I mean, I like this one. I like this one with him swinging on the swing as well, but I mean, the art is, it's not a full art, so I like it, but I don't like it as much as this one. This one I also liked when it first came out from Destiny Rivals, but I really didn't like that Misty looked like, I don't know, like a cartoon. I don't know, I didn't really like how it looked with him here. So like for me, this Psyduck is just one of the best ones ever. So it just makes sense as to why people are drawn to this card. I mean, these ones are all cool too, but they're very OG. I really don't like this one. But I mean, other than that and the Japanese promos, this is probably going to be one of the best Psyduck Pokemon cards to get eventually and have in your collection. So that is what I'm doing. I'm grading these ones and sending them to Tag. That's where I'm thinking the turnaround times. So PSA is just taking way too long. Beckett's pretty hard with grading, so I'm pretty sure if I send a bunch of these, I will get 9.5 or maybe a Beckett 10. I mean, it would be interesting for me to send it there, but Tag also is not doing pretty bad with the turnaround times. I believe it's $60 for the 30 business, no, yeah, 30 business days, if I'm not mistaken. So that one is probably my best choice at the moment. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll make another video on some other cards that I'm also thinking of grabbing just to grade just like this. And I usually look for something that is not super crazy expensive, but that you can have a good margin when grading, and pretty much just grow your collection that way. But see you guys on the next one.